Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz, and if you're new around here, we do about a ton of beauty related content, mainly makeup tutorials, which is what you're about to see. In today's tutorial, I'm going to do a full in-depth skin start to finish using products that aren't usually what I would go for. I like a matte and a semi-matte kind of finish to my skin, so I tend to go for pore filling, for blurring, those kinds of descriptive words. But today we're going to do a start to finish with the thought of dewy, radiance, kind of glowy kind of skin, which makes me really nervous. But I'm going to be using these two products mainly throughout the skin tutorial, and I'm changing up some of the products that I have been using to more of a radiant kind of vibe. So we're going to be using the Studio Radiance, what does that say? Moisturizing and Illuminating Silky Primer, and the Studio Fix Plus Magic Radiance. So if you want to know how I created this skin today, then please keep on watching.
So I'm going to start off with spraying my freshly washed skin with Magic Radiance. Then I'm going to go in with my usual, this is the Serumizer, and then we'll go in with the Canvas Balm. Just really rubbing them into the skin. Usually I would do my skin first, then go in and do my eyes, but for today we're just doing skin one after the other. I'm going in with an eye cream. This is from MCO Beauty. It's really, really nice. When it finishes though, I am going to get the Serumizer eye that's just come out. Always put the excess on the back of your hand. I'm going to put a lip balm on, and then I'm going to go in with Studio Radiance Primer. This feels quite thick and smooth in my fingers, and it feels amazing on the skin, so I would definitely recommend it for anyone wanting to give it a go. I'm going to go in with my concealer, take a peachy tone. I'm using that to correct underneath my eyes. I'm warming up the product in my fingers, and I'm just going to tap that in my bags area. Then I'm going to take a mixture of a few different shades to create my skin tone and just press that onto the blemishes that I have. I'm still in the purge period of using Serumizer, and I am really not vibing it. I'm going to go in with the MCO Beauty Dual Under Contour Stick and place that in the hollows of my cheeks. Also going to take a bit up in my forehead and down on my jawline and a little bit down my neck. I'm going to use the foundation brush from MCO Beauty to press that in. I'm not going to blend it out so you can't see it because we're doing a style of underpainting. Just make sure that whatever you put on the bottom on your neckline, that you blend that out really, really well so we avoid getting that line on our necks. Going in with this hot pink blush. This is a Heat Index, and I'm pushing that into the apples of my cheeks, changing up the blush because I wanted a really kind of almost sunburnt kind of look. Then I'm adding in some bronzer before foundation. Usually I would put foundation on now, but I really wanted to give that nice glowy sun-kissed vibe. So I'm going with my contour kind of in between and sandwiching it on top of the contour and the cream blush. This is from NARS. It's in the shade Casino, and my absolute favorite cream bronzer. I'm going to give myself a spritz. Doing this helps with the radiance, but it also helps lock layers in. Then I'm going in with my Studio Fix and one pump for half my face and a second pump for the other. The brush I switched to for this is the Pro Foundation and Buffing brush. If you've seen a few of my other videos, I do go into more in depth why I switch brushes, but I usually just push that foundation in around the areas that don't have the underpainting product, and then once I've kind of got most of the product out of the brush, then I start tapping over the bronzer and contour and blush shades. I feel like for me and my skin, that's the best way for me to blend it in. Then I'm going back in with a little bit more bronzer just to deepen out the outer parts of my face. I will take it on my hairline as well. For this though, I'm only taking it in that C shape. I'm not taking this part down my under my chin. I'm taking a brightening concealer from MCO Beauty and Once I've tapped out that concealer, I am just using my foundation brush to go over that, just to help make sure that everything's blended in and seamless. I'm going to do another spritz on my face. This time I'm going to use my fan to help it along. Now I'm going to go back in with the blush that we used, the Heat and Index. This is a Glow Play blush from MAC, and using it more sparingly because it is very intense, popping that over the tops of my cheeks. I'm using the Radiant Light Rosy Skin Finish as my powder bronzer and a Lavish powder brush to just blend that in over the top of all of my creams. This is going to help set, but because it is a Radiant, it does have that glow to it. Then to help set the cream blush again, I'm going in with Hush Tone. This is a skin finish, Extra Dimension skin finish, and just tapping that in. This amount of products really, in my opinion, just gives you such a dimensional cheek. I'm taking a little bit of, what's that called? Omega blush, using that just to contour slightly, and the highlighter in that palette, just to give that little bit of glow. Then I'm using this palette, I'm just mixing the purple and the translucent Pro Set and Blur powders underneath my eyes to make sure that all that concealer is set. Then I'm going to go in with the lavender powder just to set the rest of my face. I'm going to switch over to a fluffy brush just to get rid of all of the excess powder. Even though we're fully setting the skin, because that is just my default, using all the sprays and the glowy primers really help to bring that illumination through the skin. I'm going to use the Stay Over spray to set everything in place, and this is what the skin looks like after everything's completed.
Alrighty guys, that is it for this foundation routine kind of makeup tutorial. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I'll get to them as soon as I can. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day or night wherever you are and whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.